Greetings, everyone, wherever you may be. Happy Valentine's Day, and welcome to Tuesday webinars by the Franchise Talk. This webinar series, which takes place on the second Tuesday of each month, aims to share insights and experiences from experts in the industry. For this month, the theme of the webinar is popular and scalable fitness franchises. My name is Martin Hancock, and I'm managing partner of World Franchise Associates. We have a global panel for you today. Our three speakers are from the USA, Jake Iron, the co-founder of Body Rock; from Vietnam, Phi Nguyen, CEO of 25 Fit; and from Germany, Yannick Lauben, the franchise sales manager of Clever Fit. My name is Martin Hancock. As I said, I'm based in Chicago. I help brands develop globally with a particular focus on the Middle East, the GCC countries, and the broader MENA region. And I also help investors and potential franchisees acquire rights for brands in their country. So first, a little bit about our company. World Franchise Associates is a leading international franchise sales, marketing, development, and advisory company. We're owned and managed by a team of global franchise experts with many years of combined franchise development experience. And our services include international franchise sales and marketing, franchise development programs, advising investors on acquiring franchise rights, and we've worked with government and institutions through franchise to help SME development in their countries through franchising. The format of today's webinar is we'll have a quick look at the franchise fitness business in MENA. We'll look at some trends from the industry, and then we'll have presentations from our three presenters and their brands who are looking to enter the region. Please submit your questions as you think of them throughout the webinar, and we'll have a Q&A session at the end to answer your questions. So franchise fitness is a growth market in the region. The fitness market in the GCC countries and broader MENA region is witnessing strong growth, both historically and going forward, with a considerable expansion in the number of boutique, full-service, and budget fitness centers in the region. This growth is, as I said, predicted to continue. There's several reasons for this. Even with the considerable growth we're seeing in MENA fitness, the market is still underpenetrated in the region. If you compare it to the USA or Europe, a relatively small percentage of the population is regularly visiting a health club or a gym. Due in part to COVID, interestingly, there's been an increased awareness of the mental and medical benefits of being fit, as well as the obvious physical ones. And there's an escalating willingness to spend on fitness services. We already know that exercise is good for our bodies. However, it can also boost your mood, improve your sleep, help you medically, all kinds of things. The increased awareness of the multifaceted benefits of exercise can only be viewed as a positive trend for the franchise industry. Another reason for this growth is the increased ease of access due to technology available. In-app booking and payments of classes, for instance. Booking aggregators such as ClassPass are now operating in certain areas. Fitness operators are offering hybrid models with online workouts available as part of their program. And mobile fitness, for example, where the workout is delivered to the home or the office of the consumer. Other reasons you should look at fitness when evaluating franchise opportunities in the service sector are the demographic. In the region, there's a young and diverse demographic with disposable income that understands the importance of exercise and accepts and is excited by new concepts. This group is driving diversity in the fitness market across the region. Women's fitness is seeing tremendous growth in the region. This trend will continue and represents a significant opportunity for rapid growth and gym owners to broaden their customer base. There's an increasingly wide range of workout options. If we look at the boutique fitness side, we've got Pilates, yoga, boxing, bar, stretch, boot camp, cycling, and that's just the start of the list. Then we have large format facilities for both high-end and budget consumers, and specialty concepts that incorporate wellness programs, technology-based fitness, and the list goes on. And lastly, there's pricing to suit any budget now. For a long time, access to fitness and exercise options in the region was largely limited to wealthy consumers. Now a wide array of fitness concepts have emerged throughout the region to serve the rapidly rising number of fitness enthusiasts. So for all of these reasons, we believe the outlook for franchise fitness concepts is highly positive, and the fitness business will continue to see robust growth in the region. Thank you very much. If anybody would like to schedule a meeting with me, this is my contact information, and you can also reach me through the team at the Franchise Talk. First of all, I'd like to introduce you to Jacob Iron. Jacob and his partners developed the Body Rock system and their proprietary reformers, taking traditional Pilates to a new level and providing a unique workout experience for Body Rock clients. Body Rock is Pilates redesigned. The first Body Rock studio opened in 2011 in San Francisco, and there are now Body Rock studios throughout California, in New York City, Nashville, Florida, and other key metropolitan areas across the USA. Jake and his team continue to develop Body Rock as he moves it as it becomes a global brand. All right, over to you, Jake.
Good morning, Martin, and thank you for the warm introduction. I really appreciate it. And good evening to probably most of you. Happy Valentine's Day to all of the mothers and wives and girlfriends out there. Thanks for the opportunity to share a little bit about our company this morning. Why don't I go ahead and get started, and I will share my screen with you. All right, so Body Rock, a little bit about us. So Body Rock is a 45-minute workout. It's based on Pilates. We call it sort of Pilates redesigned, or we call it high-intensity Pilates. But it's essentially a 45-minute full-body strength training group class on a custom reformer. So my team has designed a proprietary piece of equipment for the classes. All of our classes have somewhere between 12 to 18 reformers. And that's kind of just gives you a quick summary of what we do at a high level. We started our company in 2012. So in the US, this was sort of the beginning of SoulCycle and sort of the beginning of what we would probably call elevated boutique fitness. There was fitness and boutique fitness, but what we were targeting was sort of a more elevated brand, more elevated experience, a slightly more elevated customer base. A little bit about us here as well. We part of what we call it is the rock star experience. Our vision, what we try to do every day with each of our classes, be the best hour of someone's day. Our mission is to inspire the human body by delivering real results through outstanding experience that keeps them coming back one class, one studio, one country at a time. Again, back to our workout. Our workout is, again, high intensity. Everyone has their own proprietary reformer. I would say 90+% of our customers are female. So our concept is very female driven. It just creates results that most women don't get at other clubs. The classes are led by an instructor. We have a unique lighting system. They're all set to music. So it's sort of an immersive, elevated experience. When you walk into one of our stores and step on one of our reformers, the lights turn on and you're in class, and you're guided through a 45-minute high-intensity Pilates class. Each of the classes consists of about 26 exercises and are pre-designed. So we deliver 7 classes a month, and there's 2 different levels for those classes. There's an A and a B. For people that are newer, they can do the B. For people that have been coming for a longer time, they do the A, but the teachers are trained to guide each of your clients sort of through this workout and through this experience in a safe way, but also challenging. It's extremely challenging. And like I said before, very effective. The Body Rock Reformer. So again, we've opened our first studio in San Francisco in 2012. We didn't have our own equipment at that point. And we realized in order for us to operate, some of our studios have upwards of 70 classes a week. A lot of our studios in New York and San Francisco and across the country operate at between 85 and 90% utilization. So, you can kind of do the math with, upwards of 14 classes a week at 90% utilization, how often the equipment is getting used and beat on. So we realized quickly we needed to design a reformer that could withstand that type of use. So we set out to design the Body Rock Reformer. It is a really incredible piece of equipment. It's made from solid aluminum so that will never rust. There's no paint that will chip off. Our reformers that are 8-9 years old look the exact same as they did the day that they were set into our studios. The padding, the handles, things like that, the springs are all interchangeable. So you can give your reformers quick refreshes, but we really wanted a piece of equipment that would last the lifetime of a franchise. Thinking about the franchisee as sort of the end customer here, it was very important for us to make sure that you didn't have to reinvest every 2 years in buying new equipment. We really wanted that first investment to be something that would last. As Martin pointed out, we have locations throughout the United States, San Francisco, New York City, Chicago, and we've got quite a few franchise locations spread throughout the country. Our average unit volumes in stores in the US, and this is in US dollars, range anywhere from, on the low end, probably mid 30,000s, and on the 300,000s, and on the high end, a little over 1.2 million. So it's a pretty broad range, but that's really demographically driven. The interesting thing is, no matter where you are, our margins in our stores stay pretty consistent. On the high end, margins can be as high as 60%. On the low end, I haven't seen a store much lower than 27, 28% margin. Again, back to our model. Our model's simple. It's very scalable. 12 to 16 reformers. We have lighting packages. We have stereo packages. We call it our equipment and technology package. My partner is a franchisor of many businesses, and we wanted to provide something that, again, it was affordable for people to open, okay, and that they would get a high ROI on. We didn't want something that would cost, $1 million and it was going to take you, 4 or 5 years to make back your investment. One of our recent openings, and Martin can speak to this a little bit. They ended up, I have the low cost of entry being between 300 and 350. They were fortunate enough to find a space that was in a really, really good condition. We're able to open that store up for just over 200,000. And as of last week, their ROI, they made back that entire investment in the first 5 months of the business, which I thought was incredible. Most of my stores range between 9 and 18 months from an ROI standpoint. But we do, like the slide says, provide a turnkey from the equipment to the technology package, including stereo systems, all the way up to providing the workouts. So you will be given all the workouts. We even provide playlists for all of our franchisees that will go along with all of the workouts and excellent training. A little bit about how we do our pricing. So our focus for our studios is like most gyms. We try to create a recurring revenue membership model. Okay, so our focus is selling memberships to our clients. We do sell 5-packs, 10-packs, and 20-packs because we are class-based. So our gym is not open except for during class times. Our memberships we have a 4 times a month, an 8 times a month, a 12 times a month, and then an unlimited. Our largest seller is our 8 and 12 times a month. And that's really our bread and butter and where we focus. So so that a little bit about sort of our structure for our customers. The ideal Body Rock franchisees, the ability to operate a premier fitness brand. Again, we're elevated. So we want someone that's focused on putting one of these stores in a great part of the city where there's lots of young people, again, primarily females. They're going to be your customer. Oh, okay. Client-facing experience. I want someone that can sort of be the brand in that country or that city. That creates great relationships with the customer, someone that's a friendly face or that has a team around them that could be that friendly face. So when people walk in, they feel like they're getting an elevated experience because, again, I think our focus is being an elevated brand. And that starts from the second you walk in the door. We're looking for people that have management experience in managing brands and growth. I believe you could probably open, depending on your team, 3 to 4 studios a year. But again, it would take a team of skilled people to do so. Extensive knowledge of the local market, just finding its location for our business, finding the right rent in the right location. Again, where do you have, 20 to 40-year-olds that are affluent, doing well, that also care about their bodies and want to spend time taking care of themselves. Again, we found a ton of success in the New Yorks of the world, Nashville, Tennessee, San Francisco, Florida, parts of Florida, Chicago. So really finding those pockets, and then proven access to capital. Again, we're not extremely expensive to open a store. We've tried to keep those costs down for our franchisees, but it's not free. So these are just a couple of our franchisees. Will and Erica, they have currently 5 stores. They've got 2 more in lease right now. So they'll be up to 7 in the next probably 2 to 3 months. And their goal is to open, 20 stores throughout the West Coast of California. They're a dynamic team. And again, they've had a ton of success. Their last store was the store that, literally paid back in less than 5 months. So super successful there. This is our other franchisee, Ashley. She's in Nashville, Tennessee. She's had a great run in Nashville. She's opened 3 stores this year, which is sort of another interesting point about our workout. You've got an individual piece of equipment to an individual person. So we're not sharing equipment. The equipment gets cleaned between every single class. I think everyone can understand and speak to the fact that we just went through COVID. It was devastating for all of our countries and all of our gyms. Pilates, especially in the US, I can't speak to this around the world, was the first concept that came back in the United States. We saw major withdrawals in other concepts, but Pilates was down as of probably 5 months ago, only 1% in the United States. Our studios were all back to 100% of capacity within a month of the US reopening. And again, because we were sort of able to space our reformers apart from one another and create an extremely safe environment, which has also led to sort of the surge of our brand lately. So just one other thing that I wanted to point out. And that's it for me. I've got a dynamic team here. We're really looking to grow. We've got a lot of studios under development. I'll be opening 3 studios myself in New York this month. I think we'll open the Meatpacking District actually between now and April. One in Chelsea and one on the east side of Manhattan. So we've got a busy month or 2 ahead of us. I'd love to meet some of you and hopefully share Body Rock. Next time you're in Manhattan, shoot me an email and would love to meet you. Thank you, Martin.
Thank you, Jake. I'd now like to introduce our next speaker, Fee Nguyen, the co-founder of 25Fit. Fee's experience spans over 20 years as a senior executive in brand, retail, and franchise development across global emerging markets in Asia, the Middle East, Africa, and Eastern Europe. She is currently advisor to Project 844 under the Ministry of Science and Technology in Vietnam on startup and innovation. Chairwoman of Vietnam Angel Investor Network, board director of ASEAN Business Angel Network, and is an angel investor with a portfolio of 32 companies. All right, Fee, over to you.
Thank you, Martin, and hello, everyone. As you can see, I'm not a fitness professional, but I have been an entrepreneur, serial entrepreneur for many years. And obviously 25Fit is one of the companies in my portfolio. And I'm looking after franchise development for the company internationally. Just a bit about 25Fit. It was established only in 2019, right before the pandemic. But believe it or not, during the pandemic, we have scaled the company. When I joined in February 2020, we have scaled it from 2 studios to 40 studios within the span of 2 years. And why are we scaling that fast is because our studio investment is very low, return on investment is very high, and cash flow in terms of membership is abundant. So we could basically sell the memberships, get the cash flow, and use that cash flow to continue opening our studios. At the moment, we have 40 studios in Vietnam, 16 of which would be franchised and the rest would be corporate. And we have just signed also a master franchise agreement with a partner in the Philippines. Our vision is to transform people's lifestyle. If you are like me, I'm not a gymmer. I don't go to gym very often. I get very lazy. So for me, it's very important that something has to be very quick, very convenient. And as a working professional, you know, the less time I have to take to actually get in and out of a studio is basically what I look for. So this 25Fit was born out of that. If you are a professional hardcore gymmer, then 25Fit is not for you. But if you are like me, 99% of the population who has to go to work every day, work very long hours, doesn't have time for anything, then 25 minutes per session and 2 sessions per week is just perfect for me. And this is a technology that we call EMS. And EMS is a technology that we have the unique distribution in Asia. And the technology is from Germany. So it's very convenient, it's safe, it's FDA approved, and it's super effective for 25 minutes per session and 2 sessions per week. So why invest in 25Fit? As you can see, it's very flexible model. We can basically have both physical model and a virtual model. For a physical model, it could be 40 square meters, 60 square meters, 100 square meters, and you have one studio, and you can basically host up to about 250 members for each physical studio. But what's better is that because we're using this technology and it's connected as through IoT technology through our app, you basically can buy a membership and you can book a virtual session with us. And there will be one personal trainer who will be connected with you online through the app to basically go through the session with you wherever you are in the world. Is that cool? It's super cool, isn't it? So it is the latest technology. This is the suit that you can basically put on. You can hire this suit and carry it with you wherever you go. Or if you don't want to hire the suit, you can actually go to the physical location and people will have all the suits ready for you there. All you have to do is put the suit on. It's connected to our iPad. It reads all the biometrics from your body. It suggests the right combinations for you, and also measure your heart rates and your physical conditions for every session that you have to go through, so that a personal trainer can, based on those data, to basically give you a perfect workout for that particular day, for that particular session, according to your physical status. So it's basically super easy. You don't have to buy any equipment. There are 2 iPads. There are a few of the suits that you could hire from us. You don't have to buy the whole thing. That's why in terms of investment, it's super low. Very simple operation. You just need to have one receptionist for the studio. You have probably 2 personal trainers per day for 2 different shifts, and that's it. And you could go and operate a 25 feet immediately. We are very proud to be a technology company. In fact, in the co-founding team, myself, I'm looking after business and development. There is a professional fitness guy who's been in the industry for 10 years, operating throughout Asia. There's one guy who's basically a general partner of a VC fund. And there's one co-founder who is the techie, who is behind all the various tech platforms that we build as proprietary for our company. We actually use have our own data warehouse. We build our own app, our own technology to connect to the suits and to be able to keep on the data as you work out, so that we can always optimize workouts for you. So to me, it's a technology company. It's not just a fitness company. So those are, again, very quickly, some of the things that you should remember about 25 Fit. We have a very matching founder team with different backgrounds to help build your business, very flexible business models. It could be physical, it could be virtual, very simple operation with 3 staff per studio, very low CapEx and high ROI. I'm gonna go to that in a minute. And an excellent technology platform built by our own technology team. We have 25 technology in our technology team sitting in our office to do all the upgrading and building new technology as we speak. So this is just a ballpark figure for you to understand the scale of our studio investment. Obviously, I'm looking for a master franchise partner, but as a franchise studio, this is how it looks. The total investment is only $67,000 US. That's like nothing, very, very, very low investment. And you don't have to buy equipment. You basically hire equipment. So the investment is keeping low for you to be able to get back your money as soon as you can. Right now, the return on investment period is anywhere from 8 months to 15 months. So basically, as soon as you invest and open a studio, a few months later, you get your money back already. So how do we work with our potential partners? First of all, we would like to get to know you, to see whether you are, you're interested in our concept. You have a vision to actually build the business together with us, a strong financial foundation and business foundation, so that we can scale together. After that, after we meet with each other and we like each other, then obviously we'll go through the LOI stage. I will do a market visit and build a market entry strategy together with you for your particular market, just to make sure that you launch the right model, you launch at the right pricing, with the right marketing and everything, so that you can scale in your particular market. That is something that I have been doing for 20 years for other brands, international brands. So it would be fantastic for me to visit a market and do it together with you. And after that, we will build the business plan together in parallel with us, learning about the master franchise agreement, and hopefully for you to be able to sign the master franchise agreement. And then we will start with a special project team from both 25Fit and your market to do market planning and launching together. So that's it for me. Very quickly on 25Fit, I would welcome any questions that you may have. If you would like to contact us, you can contact Word Franchise Associates, and the team there, fantastic team at the Word Franchise Associates, would be in touch with us and do the proper introduction for us. Thank you so much. And I hope to see you very soon, wherever in Asia or in your market. Thank you.
Thank you, Phi. Thank you, Phi. Our next speaker is Yannick Lauben, who is the franchise sales manager for Clever Fit. Yannick is a franchise professional with experience in multiple franchise sectors. He's now with Clever Fit, which is the largest fitness concept in Germany and one of the largest in Europe, with over 500 locations, I believe. He's transformed Clever Fit's sales program, drove internationalization, and he is now responsible for all national and international expansion. And with that, Yannick, over to you.
Thank you, Martin. So, hello everybody, hope you're doing well. And I will show you something about our program, Clever Fit. Yeah. So Clever Fit, fitness franchise from Europe, from Germany, investment in a strong brand. This is what we built over the last years. Clever Fit stands for innovative progress, passion for development and achieving goals. This is, for example, a picture of one of our clubs, but we are different from many other franchisors in Germany, for example, because I know it from the food franchise where I started. Every German franchisor wants to give the concept to every market and implement the German system. And Clever Fit, yeah, we build new ways to enter new market, and this works very well also in Germany, but also in Europe, because we adapt the concept of Clever Fit to every foreign market. So we increasing the brand awareness. Market-proven concept. So we have proved the concept in over 520 cases in Germany, Austria, Switzerland, Netherlands, Slovenia, Czech Republic, and many other countries. So, and we will expand also in other countries in Europe. So we have contracts closed in Croatia, Italy, and Spain. And this is what our way is the next years, to develop Clever Fit to an international brand. As Martin mentioned, we are the biggest fitness chain in Germany by gyms, and we are the biggest fitness franchise chain in Europe. And also we develop concepts for foreign markets out of Europe, like we are in negotiations in Dubai, in India, Singapore, Mongolia, and also South American countries, and it works. We offer you, as potential franchisees, a qualitative supplier network. We work with suppliers all over the world, which can offer us good conditions. Also, we have automated system processes. So everything is combined in one package for you to help you to build an organizational structure. Trend monitoring and implementation. We sit together with you and create a plan like how we enter the market, which fees, which membership fees, which concept is suitable to your country. Strong brand awareness. We develop brand awareness. So the last year, especially after Corona, we developed a complete new marketing department, which is called data-driven and performance marketing. So we work very deeply with digital aspects, like also 25 Fitness with a data warehouse, where we collect all the data from clients to go deep in the meta universum and show advertising to all of the people. Detailed startup preparation. Before we do a LOI or before we do a contract, we go in deep details with you in the preparation and the planning. Is it suitable that we go or enter the market with you and with our concept? And this is what we do with you together. So we have rapid customer acquisition. This is based on our working pre-sales concept, which is combined through a digital and offline marketing activities. Yeah. Sorry. And this is the picture that we work together with you to develop the fitting concept. So we are not based on a very small place. We are beginning at 700, 600 square meters up to 2,500. And we have many concepts. We have 3 concepts in detail. This would be the normal Clever Fit, as you see there, which is for a normal group of people. And we are located at a premium low-cost carrier. Then we have Clever Fit Next. Clever Fit Next is more digitalized. We're working with Technogym, for example, and eGym, which is a German brand, on digitalized fitness. This is with KI-based training and more digitalizing. And also we work now on a pilot projects which are on a very small places. So there are concepts for small towns under 10,000 inhabitants, which is completely automatized. This is all concepts which we have developed. So Clever Fit offer you a complete package for starting. So qualified franchise selection. So we go with you through a process and see, hey, does it fit together? Do we can enter the market? After this, we look together for locations, because there's many locations and we have to see if it's suitable to one of our concepts. Do we gain enough member to be in the break even? And after this, we do a property or we optimize the property. After the property, we do the studio planning together with you. And this is also, we think with you, which is the best concept for you guys, for the market. And for example, in Romania, we entered the Romanian market last year. And it was very important that we implement spinning course rooms inside Romania. And this is what we do. So we look at each market and adapt every concept to this. What we also can offer all over the world with our supplier network, which is Matrix, Live Fitness, Technogym, and eGym, we can offer you as a franchisee from Clever Fit in every country on the world financial models with leasing, that the capital requirement is lower than or for the beginning. We have marketing, which is adapted to the local market with local agency, and this is what we pay or start from the beginning, and this is our work from the headquarters to do the local market with you on a local store based and also at the end it's a training system, so everything is digitalized from the entry to the lockers to the system where you can manage your clients. So, and for our founder and CEO, which is Mr. Alfred Enzensberger, it's very important to be one of the innovative companies. So we do a lot of innovations and development also in the digital way. So for example, last year we developed the box Your Fitness Cocoon, which is on a very small place. It's around 12 square meters, where you have your own professional training partner in digital way, also in app, and you can train it. We can do it inside store in the CleverFit normal business, but also we can do own clubs with only the box. And this is one universal where you get all and everything, and you can do competitives with other members, and so this is for the clients. And in the end, we have very good experience with digital fitness floors. So digital fitness floors are at the moment offered by eGym, which is a German brand from Munich, and Technogym from Italy. And we work very close also with Technogym and with eGym together with the founders, so Philipp Schlanderer and Alessandri Mesario, to develop CleverFit together with the brands eGym and Technogym to another level. And one of this is that we create a whole universum, which is based on an app with competitive models, with supplements, with nutrition advices, all for every gym has its own universum. So yeah, so at the end, I had some technical issues today with our PowerPoint presentation in Microsoft in Germany. So at the end, I would talk a little bit about our key facts. So we reached over 1 million members this year. And like for like, after Corona, we are again above the membership from 2009. So also without our expansion, we are on a positive way, and the health market developed. Especially the Eastern European expansion were very successful. So we gained in 1 year over 4,000 members, for example, in 1 hour gyms in Ljubljana in Slovenia. The average revenue from a CleverFit is around $1 million US. We have an EBITDA from around 20%. The ROI is around 3 to 4 years. It depends on the locations. And we have a capital requirement through our leasing and financials model from around 250 to 500,000 US dollar. Yeah, it was very nice to meet you. Looking forward to hear from you. If you have any questions so far, then you please let me know.
Okay, well, thank you very much, everybody. We now have some questions, which for each one of you. The first one's for Jake. I think you may have answered the first part of this, but is there a high maintenance upkeep cost for maintaining the reformers, and are the spare parts only available in America?
No, the cost on obtaining the reformers is extremely minimal. Pretty much all you need to replace are the pads and the straps, which we can provide for you guys because they are custom made for that equipment, but easily shippable. Pads, depending on the use, probably need to be replaced within the first 3 years, 3 to 5 years for pads, and the straps, you know, again, probably at about 2.5 to 3 years, we would like to replace those just to keep the equipment feeling fresh. But all of that stuff is, like I said, very easy to transport and ship. And really everything else on the reformer is pretty indestructible and will last a long time. So that's how we've designed them. very low maintenance.
Super, thank you. This one's for Fee. Fee, what does your customer look like? What's your main customer base?
Great question from the audience. Basically, I would say more of female than male, and more white workers, people who go to work and basically has no time like myself. So I have very little time to actually get in and out of the gym. Obviously, at the moment, more urban areas, so female, white colors, urban areas, and a lot of high-level executives that are using us, because we basically also provide in-home or in-office service. So we basically take the equipment, go into their office, and the boss can have a 25-minute session, and then we can go back to our physical stores.
Super, thank you. This one's for Yannick. Yannick, what does the pricing model look to the customer for CleverFit?
So it depends on the market. So in Germany, we are around 30 to 50 euros. But for example, in Slovenia, we are also at 40 euros, which is very high priced. It depends on the market and what we offer. This is completely individual, because for example, also in Prague, in Czech Republic, we have a very high digitalized gym in Chodov. This is a mall, and there we have a price from around 70 euros. So we are on a very big range, because we are in small towns, we are in very big towns, so metropoles like Berlin, Munich. It depends on the concept which we develop with the partner, and on the interior, what we offer, and also on the market.
Okay, understand. It's dependent on market conditions and also what model you're using, and we can cover that further on an individual call if anybody's interested. Okay, so the next one is for Jake. What are the prerequisites for for your trainers, Jake?
We don't really necessarily have prerequisites for them, Martin. Our lead trainers do a screening process. I'd like to think that we can teach just about anyone to become a instructor of one of our classes with the right amount of time. But obviously, you're looking for people that have, strong social skills, have some experience maybe teaching other fitness classes or group fitness classes, or come from a training background. Those are all helpful. At the same time, I've had a lot of people, so like our San Francisco and New York locations, I have a lot of people that work at Google and Facebook and, other, technology companies that are just looking for another outlet, or are a customer that come to our studio all the time looking for something different in their life, and they end up becoming a Body Rock instructor without any experience prior to that, teaching workout classes. So I like to say we can convert just about anyone to an instructor through our we've got a system in place. We've been doing this again for over 10 years. Our training program is extremely dialed in, but a little bit of experience is always helpful.
Okay, thank you. The next one is kind of a big question, and it's for all of you. So I'll give you 30 seconds each to answer this. You all have unique concepts. Are there any challenges? What are the challenges entering a new market where traditional fitness chains are dominating the market? I'll kick that off with you, Fee.
Thank you, Martin. I think ours is a very new concept, and it does take education for people to actually get in trial before they say, okay, I'm going to go with this. Without trial, without the actual physical visit to the location and understand how the technology works, how it works on their body, it's quite difficult for people to grasp the concept. So that's probably the biggest challenge that we've got at the moment.
Yannick, do you want to have a shot at that? Competitive field.
Yeah, so I think also the hardest way is to enter a new market, and yeah, to base in which direction we want to develop, because we have three different concepts and we have to adapt everything to the market. We look at the competitors and we offer the highest quality for the best price. So this is the range where we want to find something fitting for each country.
Okay, thank you. Jake, I know we've looked a little bit. There's not a huge, there's certainly not any very much direct competition there, but do you want to answer that?
Yeah, I mean, listen, like people, all they have is time, so they're going to choose where they go work out. We hope to be in that mix. Again, the unique thing is we only have to fill between 12 and 15 seats for each of the classes. I think the probably the biggest challenge for us, and this is no different than when we enter a new city in the United States, is just brand awareness, bringing people into our stores to experience one of our classes. Our retention rate once people experience that class is extremely high. I think Yanni had spoken to it earlier. There's a lot of technology now that allows us to find these customers and do sort of digital media advertising to get people to come in. So I think, finding a good digital media strategy within a new market to drive business and bring people into the store for the first time, the workout sells itself after the first class. So, it's just bringing people into the store to try something new.
Thank you. Fee.
It's Martin.
Hold on, I've lost it. Hang on just 1 second. Got a big list of questions here. Only master franchisees, or would you work with individual investors? That one was for Fee.
I would basically, after the pandemic, welcome different types of franchise development. It could be a multi-unit to start with, so that you can have a pilot of the market, and then after that, you have the first right of refusal to be the master franchisee of that particular market. In some markets at the moment, we also are in negotiations with partners that we could also be a JV partner with them. Just so that they are more comfortable with a new concept. So I'm quite flexible, especially after the pandemic, and I'm happy to collaborate and design a program together with whoever the investors are.
Okay, thank you. Jake, do you provide assistance, guidance with marketing?
We do. Probably the unique thing is every country is going to be different. So I'm not going to sit here in the United States and claim that I understand how things are working and being super effective within the region that you guys are focusing on. So I'd probably suggest that, us as a team go out and find a marketing partner that has a better understanding of what's going on in your region and figure out a way to strategize and roll in the marketing fees as a part of the royalty to sort of elevate the brand within your specific region, as opposed to trying to pretend like we know the best way to market there. So it'd probably be a collaborative thing where, we really focus on getting strong results as opposed to trying a bunch of things that don't work. So we would have to work together on the proper marketing strategy for your region, but I'd be happy to do so.
Yeah, I think that's great. I mean, I think all of the brands here have all the collateral you need, but also understand that culturally there's always some differences with marketing in foreign countries, and everybody would be sympathetic to that. Are you open to being, this is an interesting question, are you being open to being part of ClassPass subscription? And I think ClassPass is not operating all over MENA, but I know they're operating in UAE. Is ClassPass just is it in Europe and Vietnam, ClassPass, or not?
Yeah, they are. They're slowly moving into different regions, Martin. So we're a huge partner with ClassPass in the US. I personally know the CEO of the company, and we've been one of their leads here. I think we were probably one of their first partners actually in the US. So I've got a great relationship with them, and they've actually approached us about international expansion, primarily throughout Asia over the years, because our brand's so strong and they see a high demand in our space in particular within these markets. So yeah, we've got a great relationship with them, so much so that they want us to grow. So we were just looking for the right partner in the right market, and we can make the introductions, and we've managed that relationship very well between our own customer and the ClassPass customer. So something that we're very experienced with, and we know the entire team.
And I'm sure Fee and Yannick, you're also open to using aggregators to help people start their businesses. Super. Yannick, I don't know whether you can answer this question here, because I know you've got a bunch of different models. What's the required capital to start?
So
you may have covered it in the presentation, but we've still got the question.
No, I covered it not, but I think so. It depends on the market. This is a very good answer, but so it's different because our main focus is to find area development franchisees from the very first beginning for a complete new market. We have to open 3 gyms with these partners, and therefore the capital requirement is between 750,000 to 1.5 million US dollar or euros.
Okay, super, thank you. Well, guys, I think we're about out of time here. If anybody in the audience has any other questions, please submit them to the Franchise Talk, and I'll make sure that they're answered through the franchisors. So thank you to everybody who attended, and thank you very much to Jake, Fee, and Yannick for interesting presentations, all great concepts. Again, thank you for attending today. Our next webinar will be on March the 14th, a month from today, and it will cover opportunities with beauty franchises.
Thank you, Martin. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.